today, guys, I wanted to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Fashion Nova, for everything, and make sure y'all take a look at the website. Halloween's right around the corner. We're doing a 40% off sale on Halloween costumes. And if you're new to the site, go ahead and sign up and get that 20% off your first purchase.
What's up, you guys?
Hey there.
Your girl Nia J with the lovely
Pamela Nicole.
We are back for another wonderful episode of Dynasty Queens. You guys, we are super duper excited. We have a lovely special guest in the building. We have the lovely Nya-Jolie. Yes, thank you guys for having me. Thanks for being here. So let's get into it, y'all. So Nia, tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you get your start in the entertainment industry?
Well, my name is Nya-Jolie Walters. My stage name is Nya-Jolie. And I kind of grew up in a musical background. My dad was a rapper and my mom was a singer. So I always had that experience. I was in the studio at 5. So I always grew up, in the music industry. And as I got older, I was able to create my own material and really work and, control the stage and all that. So it's cool.
Nice.
Age 5, that's such a young.
Yes, I know.
That's amazing. Like prodigy right here.
Thank you.
Right,
So,
exactly.
Yeah, Nia, tell us, what was it like for you performing at such a young age?
I had a great support system at home. Like, I remember my brother and my mom coming to one of my first performances, of me rapping. And so I wasn't too much, shy. I wasn't, really scared or nothing. I just knew I had support. And I was able to take on, the stage. It was a good experience, especially at that age.
That's awesome. You need all the support you can get.
And I bet you were hyping the crowd and everything.
Yeah,
you was out here doing your thing, girl.
Yes, that is my thing. I love to interact with the audience and the people that get to watch me, and I love the joy that I could create, also spread as well. So
right,
it's great.
absolutely, it's pretty cool.
It is.
So currently, who's managing you at the moment?
Well, my mom and my parents are both co-managers as well as Fred.
Okay.
Shout out to King Rush Productions. And so that is a cool thing in itself because I have people who actually care about me that also manage me. It's not just all right, sign our daughter away. It's nothing like that, but it's more so people who actually have my best interests at heart. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's been a great experience just working.
yes, most definitely.
Perfect. But tell us more about King Rush Productions and you just being affiliated.
Well, I met Fred a while back, about a year or two ago, and we met on social media. And with that, it was more so he saw already what I had to bring to the table, and that was cool because I got to reach out and got to work together. So that was really neat.
That's awesome. Really awesome. So what are some really cool, interesting projects that you're currently working on right now?
Well, if you guys check out my socials, you can really see. But there's a lot of confidential stuff I can't really mention right now. However, I am working on new material. I do have some projects coming out that you guys can all, check out and see on my social media. My Instagram at @official_Nia-Jolie. So yeah.
No, she that was one of our questions. Y'all gotta follow me. And to follow with that question, we are super excited about the debut of your album.
Thank
So
you.
let the people know how old you were when your first album debuted, girl.
I was 16, okay? So that in itself, I wanted this album, which is titled Must Be Me. I really wanted people to be able to capture and, take on what I had to show them, what I had to prove. And with that album, I put so many messages and so much intent behind it. So I really wanted the people around me to, be able to experience that with me. I was 16 at the time, and I actually released it in April of 22. So, with that, I wanted people to just be with that journey with me. So even though I was young, I knew that I was coming with a big impact. So it made it worth it.
Awesome.
I just love the energy,
I
her
know.
spirit.
She's very spirited.
She
and
knows
Thank you.
she knows
She knows who she is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Nia, I did want to also ask you in regards to your awesome album, what would you say is your favorite song off of your debut album?
There's so many. So the album Must Be Me has 12 tracks plus a bonus. So, with all that to, vary from, I would probably say one of my top favorite would probably be Must Be Me or Pine Saw. I like Pine Saw a lot. It's a jam, yeah. If that even
That's
a jam. It's a jam term, but I mean it's a bop. It's a bop. It's something, Yeah.
So to kind of follow with that particular question, we know you have some pretty cool visuals in those video concepts. Give us some of the inspiration behind some of those videos.
Well, I like my videos done differently. It depends on the song as well or the single. For one of my actually recent videos that was dropped was Private Practice. And so for that visual, I kind of wanted to go with the cinematic take versus some of my other singles where it's more like graphic and almost like, like Lil Baby, like, just different vibes. So I kind of wanted to bring a different, like a variety of what I could produce and kind of come up with. So that was
Gotcha. And what was your favorite out of all of those?
So far, I think I like Mamba. Mamba's one of my favorites.
Mamba.
Yes.
Get into that one. Let's talk about your inspiration, your vision, and how Mamba came to be.
Well, Mamba was actually a single I released back in 2020 for the late Kobe Bryant. I wanted to put out a message that I actually appreciated his mentality, the Mamba mentality and staying focused and, just driven overall. So with that song, I wanted to dedicate it to him and his family as well. And, rest in peace. Like,
absolutely.
With all that in a package. But the single actually, it worked out well. I was featured in the Source magazine and I got to, put out a great message behind that. So it was lit.
What you know about the
Right. And then also the visual for that would be one of my favorites because I was able to not only, show my regards and my respect and love for him, but I was also able to share a message within that, which is really cool, I think.
That's beautiful. I like that. Absolutely.
It looks like it has a lot of meaning, and it's important to you.
Right.
Out of all the songs that you've written, which one speaks the most to you personally?
Ooh, the most. I feel like I can relate to Woke, which is it is the last track actually on my album, Must Be Me. And with Woke, it has to do with, in honesty, minority, and it has to do with race, being Black, how you interact with certain people. It's really deep. And I try to, when I was writing that song, I try to actually put my experience, but also what other people might face, outside of me. Just
exactly.
Yeah. Woke is pretty deep for me.
Awesome. So I have a question. You being such a young woman, and there's a lot of young girls out there who are looking to break into the industry.
Right.
Give those girls some words of advice. What can you tell them?
You guys, there's so many things I want to just spit out when I can. I gotta make it, sweet and short. Right. But honestly, find the people that have the best interest in you and surround yourself with people who actually care about you. The industry, especially the music industry, or even bigger than that, the entertainment industry, has so many different fields and so many different people within it. And sometimes you can actually lose yourself. So my advice would be to surrounding yourself with people who actually care about you and, like I said, have the best interests and can also help, push you. It's all about prosperity. You don't want to be at the same level you were, 5 years ago. You might want to expand and grow. And I think when you have the right people to do that with you, you can just go incredible. You can go to incredible places with that. So
mature for your age.
Thank you.
It's wisdom. I'm trying to figure it out because
that's not all I said. At all.
To God and my family, they love me and they try to mentor me in the best ways possible because they obviously are here before me, so I look up to them. And
absolutely.
I'm actually really curious about something as well for you, Nia. Since you've been performing for so long, what other artists have you worked with and collabed with in the past?
There's a lot. I think between I've been working for a while. I've been working for over a decade. So that, with a question like that, so far I've liked working with Prince Nas. He's a rapper, up and coming, in the Philly area. I liked working with Amaya Rockstar. She's from Jersey, so I gotta rep Jersey too. We made actually a remix to a Cardi B song back in, it's probably back at 2018. It was a while ago. So I love working with people that also are in the same area with me, the young up and coming, we're on this together type vibe.
Right, absolutely.
I appreciate that. So yeah.
Nice. So what's next for Nia?
Well, you guys, like I said, if you check out my social media, you guys can see all that. But I will give them a little bit of a peek. I've got some, films I'm coming out with soon, and I've got some more, compositioning stuff, more music, more models and makes, and I can't wait for you guys to also be part of that journey with me. So yeah.
You better let him know, Nia.
Yes,
You
girl.
better
Yes.
show. Look, it's for era. You better show
For real.
Great.
That is amazing.
What other questions do you have?
You know, I did hear recently you performed at the MCCP Hip Hop
Yes.
Festival. Tell me a little bit about that experience for you.
That experience was dope. You know, it was in Philly. You know, I had to show love here, even though I travel a lot, you know, up and down the East Coast. But at that festival, I was actually able to interact with the crowd, you know, get the people hype. And I got to, you know, I got to relate to my people, which is awesome. You know, it was a hip hop / jazz festival. So, of course, it's music. They had all sorts of venues, you know, just a diverse crowd overall. So it was really cool to even be there and, you know, to hype the crowd up.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I do have another question for you. Do you do like any traveling? Like, have you been outside of like the states, the country? Like, what have you done? Like, where have you performed?
Unfortunately, not outside the country
Okay,
yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
We're
It's
working
coming.
here.
It's
You know,
coming.
Exactly right. I gotta, you know, keep up the positive energy, and hopefully so. Definitely though, I've traveled to a lot of states. I've been to California, Texas, up north, like Connecticut, Massachusetts, all that, up and down pretty much. And hopefully, like I was saying, I can, you know, go global, you know,
Right.
maybe go to the UK, you know,
Absolutely.
maybe
Speak it.
Egypt. Exactly.
I love it.
I would love to.
Resistance, girl.
Yeah, I would love to.
Perfect.
Positive vibes,
Yes,
positive
she's
energy.
amazing.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Amazing.
Love it, love it, love it.
Is there anybody in the future that you're really looking forward to working with?
Yeah, there's a few. There's people that actually inspired me, even since I was younger, even though outside of my parents, there's been major artists like Eve, Missy Elliott, Big Sean. You know, as I got older, I kind of got with the new school. So hopefully, you know, even Mariah Carey, she's one that I
yes.
actually like. And
We love her.
Love
too.
Mariah
So-
Carey.
there's a lot of artists.
Yes.
Yes. If I could go high, I would with her. Like, but we
Then you gotta hold
that
it.
ear and
Yes.
chase those notes. You gotta
It's
chase
all
the
of it,
notes.
whole package. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So Nia, tell us a little bit about your film work. I know that you've done some acting in the past. So how has that been? And how is it bouncing between the music and the acting?
Well, it's been a long way. It's been a long journey for me with acting. I started acting around 5. One of my first auditions was actually for a Tyler Perry film, which is, you know, pretty cool. I was only 5, so it was a different take from Disney and, you know,
Right.
La La Loopsies and all that, but it was more of a serious role. And I actually enjoyed that because I got to audition with my mom. You know, she's behind the scenes, behind the screen, you know, doing the other part. So it was interesting. However, I was used to balancing that out because I already had so much on my plate as a youngster, even though I still am. But yeah, I started off with pageants. So after doing pageants, along came modeling and then the acting and, you know, alongside with the music. So for me, balancing it out was just taking it a little bit by little bit by little bit. I kind of was just spread out thin, but I took my time with each and every
I got you.
ordeal.
So you mentioned modeling. I know that you did some work with QVC.
Yes.
How was that? And what exactly did you do with that particular organization?
Right. So with modeling, you know, there's a different take on it. You can be a runway model. You can be a print ad model.
Mhm.
You know, it's pretty, you know, diverse and open
Right.
in that field. So I was able to do I got booked for the job for QVC and I was probably like 6, maybe 8 actually. It was somewhere young, you know, under 10, something like that. But yeah, I was able to do Boscov's, QVC. Got to model for like different companies here and there. So that was pretty neat. That was nice.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Awesome. What were some of the companies you said you worked with under QVC?
QVC as a whole. Like I would model like certain brands and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Within
them.
QVC.
Yes,
I got you. So you had to do the whole little like.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes I really don't know though the brands at first because you know they just need a model to hop on set. You know what I mean?
That makes
They get
sense.
you dressed up and you're just like, well, this is this.
Right.
So,
I
yeah.
got you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, being busy with, you know, being a young girl and everything with your music career, acting, and modeling. Are you doing homeschool? Like, how are you doing your education?
Yeah, it was a journey with that in itself at first. Like trying to balance schoolwork and, you know, have that regular, you know, like kind of lifestyle and like deal with so many things at once. It was tough. I actually got homeschooled though around 13. So that was actually more helpful because I could, you know, be on the road and travel and do the stuff I liked. And then also, you know, be like, hey, let's go hang out at the mall with your friends. So, so it was way more easier with that.
And I was going to ask that too. So since you started so young, you said 5 years old, do you have like a supportive group of those good friends that you can call on and count on and be like, you know, y'all, I'm stressed or I'm going through it. 17, but I'm going through it.
No, I'm hanging in there. Yeah, a lot of my friends actually do the same, you know, they're in the same boat with me. A lot of my friends I made through modeling and singing and acting and, you know, dancing, all that. So it was actually kind of easy, you know, to have friends that understood what I was going through or to tag along with. Because they're like, girl, I got my own projects I got to go handle. You know, I got this audition I got to be at by 8. So it's, you know, it wasn't too hard and they get it. So they're supportive and they understand, which makes it, you know, all worth it.
Yeah, I think it's always good to make sure that whatever you're going to pursue, that those people around you have that same, you know, that same
like ambition and
drive that you do.
Exactly. That's what I like to actually go off of or like stand by as well as because if you have people that are able to, you know, be driven with you, they can't hold you back, if that makes sense. You know, they're going to be supportive with you with moving on. Thank you.
I love it. So aside from QVC, are there any other big brands that are around that you've worked with?
Yes, actually recently, and you guys can check this out on social media as well. I worked with Five Below, which is super cool. You know, I kind of told some of my friends that early on. I don't know if I was supposed to, but it's out there now. Yeah, so that was cool. I got to work with Five Below for like a fall seasonal shoot. So you guys can actually check that out. I've got some. You'll see me in a bunch of print ad stuff. So,
when does that drop?
Around Halloween.
Okay.
So like, you know, in the fall season, you'll see me in some clothing. You'll see me with some like merch and stuff, which is cool. But,
nice, girl. Look at you.
You're
doing it.
I try.
Love it.
She's like, I try. Okay. So moving back to the music. So we know that you are on your way to become this mega mogul, right?
Yeah.
Who are some of the people you have like opened for and toured with?
Yes.
Like tell us about that.
I love this question. So at 7, I got to open up for Diggy Simmons and y'all.
Hold on. At 7?
Yes.
Wow.
7. Yes. Okay, so imagine a 7-year-old girl, and then there's like Diggy Simmons, who is so attractive and humble, and he knows, like, for me, being a young artist, seeing somebody so humble and like ambitious, I mean, that was like a fangirl moment. So it was pretty neat, but I'm like, oh my goodness, yes, I look up to you. Can you sign my arm? Yes, I look up to you. Like, you know, so that was pretty cool though. But I got to open up for Diggy Simmons and that was sweet. I was so young, but at the same time, I was having like a big experience. So,
right. Absolutely. That's so cool.
That is cool.
You got some little things under your belt, girl.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice. Very nice. I did want to also ask, in regards to modeling, I know you're doing print ads and everything. Have you considered runway?
Yeah, I also do runway too.
Very good.
You'll see me. You can catch me on like Philly Fashion Week. I've done New Jersey Fashion Week, Atlantic City Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. Like pretty much, most of the East Coast. I'm trying to work my way to the West Coast. Okay, so if you're seeing this, if you want me to model some of y'all stuff, I got y'all. Okay, I got y'all.
Love it.
Yes.
She's letting y'all know.
Yes.
She's ready to
I
rip
wish I
the
was ready to
runway
rock. Right.
West Coast, you guys.
Very good. Do you have any other plans in the future? Maybe some apparel or starting your own like shoe line or anything?
I actually am looking forward to, dropping some merch. So maybe I won't announce it. This isn't like a news thing, but low key, hopefully we'll get some merch out for you guys soon.
She said it's coming soon, y'all.
Soon.
The merch is coming soon.
Yes.
Anything else about yourself that we don't know that you want to share with the people that they just don't know about Nia?
Ooh, that's a good question. There's a lot that I don't put out on social media, because I leave that to like my jobs on the regular, like the whole entertainment thing.
Right.
But to the side, I love to draw. I love to skate. I'm actually really athletic. I play lacrosse.
Oh.
So there's like a whole other side of, that people don't usually get to see because, when you walk an audition, that's not like, they're looking for models. They're looking for an actor or talent. They don't really say, we need a 5'2", athletic female build. But I mean, that is the other side of me, which is neat.
Awesome.
Love that.
Thank
As
you.
far as drawing, like, what's your favorite thing to draw?
Oh man, I like cartoons, like kind of like, just cartoonish stuff or kind of landscaping as well. Like whatever I see, if I like a background, I'll try to create that, just stuff like that.
Good.
Nice.
Good.
Girl, you just got all this
Everything.
energy and
Thank
just
you.
What have you not done? Let's see. You said you've done runway, you've done print modeling, acting. So I have another question for you. I don't know if you can speak on this. Any like tours or anything coming up in the future?
Tours. I would like to actually, go on tour. I don't know if we have, no. Let me say this. We do not have a scheduled tour out yet.
Okay.
But it is in the works, and hopefully in the future I can, see some faces and get that going on.
Very
So, yeah.
good.
She says y'all are going to see her very soon.
Mhm.
Very, very soon. So I have another question for you, Nia. Are there any instruments that you play or anything like that?
Yes.
What you play, girl?
Let me tell y'all, I actually self-taught on the keyboard, which is self-taught
very
piano.
nice.
Yeah, I started, my parents actually got me a keyboard back when I was probably like 8 or 9.
Okay.
So I was able to learn and teach myself. I would hear the chords and I would learn myself by sound. And after that, I, later on, around like 13, 14, I got a bass guitar. So that was pretty cool. I mean, I'm still learning how to do that and work with that.
Right.
But overall, I like composing music, making music. So I'm sure I'll learn it down.
And it all goes together. I'm a pianist myself,
Yes.
so yes, it all
Oh,
goes
yes.
together and everything.
Cool.
So as far as with the bass guitar, are you playing by ear or are you taking lessons? Like, what? Tell me about that.
Well, okay, so here's this. For the piano, since I learned by ear, I kind of want to try something different. Like, I actually want to learn the right way, like the standard
I understand what you're
way.
saying. Yeah.
Because I don't want to mess it up. Like, I want to actually be able to go to conventions and be like, hey, y'all, and know what people are talking about with that.
Yes.
So hopefully when I actually get some more official classes, then I can learn that way. So that's the goal for that.
Very good.
I did hear you mention that you also like kind of like produce and compose. You said like when you're doing the music and stuff. Okay, so along with that, do you like sing? Are you a vocalist? Or you just stick to the rapping?
So because like it all comes for like a package deal with me, like I do sing and I do songwrite and I do compose. I love making music and beats as well. So it also, I feel
She
like
said she
it
makes
helps with
beats.
the job.
Every girl.
It just kind of comes with it for me because I'm used to, like I said, my dad was a rapper, my mom was a singer. I'm used to learning onto melodies and learning how to, create something.
So, you heard you can sing, girl. I'm about to put you on the spot right now. Oh. Break us off a little something right now. Let's hear those pipes, girl.
Okay, I got y'all. All right. I actually love this song, so I'll sing Sia's Chandelier. So here we go.
Okay.
Party girls, don't get hurt, can't feel anything. When will I learn? I push it down, Yeah, I'm the one for a good time call. The phone's blown up, ringing my doorbell. I feel the love, Whoa, whoa, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Throw back till I lose count, 'cause I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. From the chandelier. Thank you.
Ma'am.
I guess, she showed us a little something. put her on the spot and look.
Thank you. A little falsetto for y'all.
Yes,
Look
ma'am.
at that there.
Just so well-rounded. I love it.
Thank you.
You are goals, baby girl.
Oh,
Goals.
I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the love, y'all.
Yes, ma'am. Oh my goodness. It's such a treat, though.
Yes.
You know?
Such a wonderful treat to have you here with us.
Thank you.
I mean, gosh. Guys, the wonderful, talented
Nia-Jolie.
Nia-Jolie.
Thank you.
Goodness.
What else can we say?
Goodness. So I know that you just sang some of Sia's Chandelier. Is she a big influence for you?
I love her voice. I think she is because she's able to, sing so low and also carry such a high, tune. It's amazing. And I definitely was inspired by her and how she works. She actually worked in the studio as well and does composition and stuff like that and songwrites. And because I'm a songwriter too, I think I do actually get inspired by her a lot, which is neat.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Who else influences you?
So many people. I've actually grew up on Eve and Missy Elliott and artists like, TLC, so many different old school artists. And then as I got older, I was more influenced by Big Sean and, a lot of different diverse rappers. And
Right.
it's still, it's always changing for me. Whoever's out now,
Yeah.
there could be a new artist out by tomorrow that I probably would fall in love with. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that's the beauty of when you really love music, there's no limit to what kind of artist you're drawn to.
Exactly.
So it makes a lot of sense to me that she has such a wide, vast.
Absolutely.
Right.
And just touching on influences, who are some of your influences in the model community, in the model world?
Many. I love Gigi Hadid. I think she's so pretty. It's easy. She's so beautiful.
Yes, she's
Yeah.
But she definitely is. And there's a lot of other models that I get inspired by on the daily. I may not know a model's name, but just having social media alone, you see a different take on modeling now. There's a lot more
for sure.
open, body images that little girls and boys can see rather than how it was, 38, 50 years ago, with one standard look. But, it's very diverse now, and I can actually appreciate that. So it's cool.
Absolutely. And I gotta ask about the actors too. Who inspires you, actress-wise?
Oh man, I'm actually really into the show The Flash, and this guy right here, I hope you guys know who I'm talking about, Grant Gustin.
Yes.
He's so deep with acting, and he's so into it. And he inspires me as well because he can play such a charismatic role, but also get so deep within acting. And I'm whoa, that's so inspiring. So shout out to Grant Gustin and Candace Patton and just a lot of action, I would say, based actors. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question for you, kind of in relation to that. So if you could be any superhero, or you could even create your own. Let's
spark up. Let's just
If you could be any superhero with any particular power, who would you be? What would your power be?
Okay.
What would your name be?
Oh, yes.
So if I could be the superhero or if I could make my own?
Yeah, either one.
Okay. Okay, I'll answer it in two. So for the first one, I would actually want to play Starfire. If I could be her, there's not even a film out for her yet.
Yeah.
I'm the person you're looking for. I would definitely play Starfire. Because she's got the pink hair, she's got the star bolts. That's so cool.
Yeah.
She can take energy from the sun and do all that. So shout out to Starfire. I would play her. And then if I could create or be my own superhero, I would probably want to have something to do with teleportation.
Ooh.
I think that's super cool.
I like that one too.
Right.
Almost what's that movie where you can
right, exactly.
teleport?
Yeah.
Jumper.
Yeah.
Just be the next location.
The bill collector's at the door.
She's the bill collector.
Calling my name. You could just dip. I think that would be that's fit for me.
Wow.
I love that.
That's awesome. I like that.
Thank you.
So as far as superheroes, you're definitely a superhero to the youth.
In the
I feel
real world.
yes, and a real
superhero.
So, I appreciate it.
I gotta know, are you a Marvel girl or are you DC girl?
That's a good question.
I'm literally both.
Okay.
So I love Spider-Man, I love the Marvel universe, and then I love DC with Joker, Harley Quinn, and them, tearing the town up. I'm very even. She's it's pretty even for me. Yeah.
Love
Okay,
that.
that's cool. Well, anything else you want to share?
Not that I know of. Not right now. No.
You want to give us your socials one more time just so
Yeah,
the people
just let
can
'em
know which your socials are and where we can find you?
Yes, well, you guys can find me on Instagram at official_Nia-Jolie, Nya-Jolie. You can find me at YouTube at official Nia-Jolie, Twitter Nia-Jolie, and on Facebook at the official Nia-Jolie.
Y'all heard it
Perfect.
first. Nia, thank you so much. We are so happy.
Yes.
Girl, you are our first official guest on Dynasty
Yes.
Queens. And what a wonderful introduction that you just gave to the viewing audience.
Thank you.
I mean, you're so inspiring. And I'm pretty sure I can speak for Pamela as well.
absolutely.
As two adult women, you at 17 years old are, man, you're
You're a queen.
a
Thank
queen.
You are a queen, my dear.
You know?
As you guys are as well.
An influence and a positive force for
Yes.
your community and your age group.
Thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying? So that's what this whole platform is about, guys. Dynasty Queens is here to uplift our women, uplift our community, show them positive role models like Nia-Jolie.
Absolutely.
Ain't she lovely, y'all?
Thank
She's
you.
Absolutely amazing.
wonderful girl.
We want to empower, women in the community, from actors or actresses, models, entrepreneurs, everyone.
Because every woman deserves a voice. And you don't even have to be in the entertainment industry at all.
That's right.
You right here are influencing some young girl who's going to watch this and be like, wow, I'm 5 years old. I can get up and do it
Yes.
myself too. So because of
Right.
that, we commend you. We thank your mother for being such a great influence and instilling those values in you at a young age. So we love it. That's what we're here for.
Amen.
All positive
Thank you.
vibes.
Yes.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
All day.
So in closing, I am once again Nia J.
And I'm Pamela Nicole.
You're watching Dynasty
Queens.
Queens.